Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats and clear the aisles. Our program is about to begin. Thank you.
Good morning. And welcome to Morehouse School of Medicine. I am Dr. Cinnamon Bradley, the Associate Dean of Student Affairs. Today is a special day for all of us as we take a moment to welcome our entering 2024 class, all 332 students. At this time, I call to order the 40th Convocation, Whitecoat, and Pinning Ceremony of Morehouse School of Medicine. I am joined today by Dr. Valerie Montgomery Rice, President and CEO of Morehouse School of Medicine, Dr. Joseph Tyndall, Executive Vice President for Health Affairs and the Dean of the School of Medicine, the 25th Secretary of the United States Department of Health and Human Services, Javier Becerra, Reverend Dr. Marvin Crawford, the school chaplain, professor of medicine, and senior pastor of First St. Paul African Methodist Episcopal Church, and the other distinguished members of our platform party, Dr. Martha Elk, Senior Associate Dean for Educational Affairs, Dr. Danita Eatman Daniels, Associate Dean, Graduate Education in Biomedical Science, Dr. Pangela Dawson, Assistant Dean, Department Chair, and Founding Program Director for Physician Assistant Studies, Dr. Stephanie Miles Richardson, Associate Dean for Graduate Education in Public Health and the Director of the Master of Public Health Program, Dr. Kenny Shepard, Associate Dean for Student Affairs, and Ayomide Oleyiwole, JEB Student Government Association President. Additionally, participating in today's ceremony are the following programs: Doctor of Medicine, Master of Physician Assistant Studies, Master of Science in Biomedical Research, Master of Science in Biotechnology, Master of Science in Biotechnology with a concentration in medical cannabis therapeutics, Master of Science in Clinical Research, Master of Science in Health Informatics, Master of Science in Medical Sciences, Master of Science in Neuroscience, Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Sciences, Master of Administration in Justice-Involved Care, Doctor of Health Administration, Master of Public Health, and Online Master of Public Health. At this time, if you are able, please stand for the Morehouse School of Medicine alma mater, SOAR, performed by Ms. Ida Manduru.
We are poised to pursue our journey to that privileged place. To our call as we walk through these hallowed halls of hope. For with our hearts will to serve by commitment, unsolved mysteries. Though we seem bound for one endless destination, yet we will boldly spread our wings as we soar to the highest place of dreams. Proudly we will stand forever tall as we face the giants of life and watch them fall. Bravely we will fight to endure as we seek some earthly cure for all mankind. For as we stand on the shoulders of others, whom all have graced this noble place from ages past, we know with God on our side we can boldly take our strides as we soar to the highest place of dreams. As we soar to the highest place of dreams. Ooh, as we soar to the highest place of dreams. Soar, 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 soar.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Please join me in welcoming to the podium the chaplain for Morehouse School of Medicine, Reverend Dr. Marvin L. Crawford, who will lead us in the invocation.
Good morning, my brothers and my sisters. Give God a hand clap for this wonderful day. Listen to the writings of one of our epistles from the biblical text. It says, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Let us pray. God, on this 40th convocation, we lift our hands in thanks and our tongues in praise unto you. You who gave us founding fathers and founding mothers of Morehouse School of Medicine. And when you gave them unto us, you gave them a purpose born of the desire to increase the healthcare workforce in Georgia and beyond even its boundaries. You gave them a purpose that underserved should be served and receive equitable health care. You gave them a purpose. And, oh God of love, who respond to our love of self and our love of others, we give you thanks for Morehouse School of Medicine. We give you thanks, God, that it is still a voice of justice. It is a voice of leaders and research to close the healthcare equity gaps. We give you thanks because we advocate for our people of color, the underserved, the voiceless. We give you thanks. And we lift before you now, God, these learners who will become our leaders to make our purpose a reality all across the world, who will expand our purpose. And so, God, on this day, I just ask you, in their moments of being sidetracked, refocus them. In their moments of fear, let them find faith again. In their moments of doubt, let them look upward to you again. In their moments of loneliness, let them find comfort in friends and families. In their moments of saying they want to quit and the challenges are too great, let them find resilience. And now, God, unto you, who is our source of love, come now in our midst. We celebrate, we give you thanks. Everybody say, amen. Now we will join in the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner and also the wonderful Lift Every Voice and Sing. Dr. Ida Munhudura will come sing for us, and also it is found in your bulletin on page 33 and on 35. Let us now hear this beautiful voice. Give God a hand clap for her wonderful voice again.
If you'd like to stand for the national anthem. And please sing along, if you can. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet And now we will sing Lift Every Voice. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Yes, you may be seated. Thank you, Dr. Crawford, and thank you, Ms. Ida. It is with great pleasure that I introduce Dr. Valerie Montgomery Rice, President and CEO of Morehouse School of Medicine. It has been 10 years since Dr. Montgomery Rice was inaugurated, and she has been our leader and champion in our mission of advancing health equity to achieve health justice, diversifying the health professional and scientific workforce, and addressing primary health care through programs in education, research, and service. We are especially excited to see how Morehouse School of Medicine's footprint continues to impact communities worldwide under Dr. Montgomery Rice's leadership. Dr. Montgomery Rice.
What time is it? Good morning. Welcome to Morehouse School of Medicine. It is a beautiful morning. Today is a special year in the life of Morehouse School of Medicine because we began in 1975. So this 2025 academic year is really special for us. We look at this convocation as the opportunity to mark the beginning of our 50th anniversary. In 1975, we were founded as a medical education program at Morehouse College. And in 1981, we became independently chartered as the Morehouse School of Medicine. So this 2025 convocation marks the celebration of the beginning. So you can call yourself the 50th anniversary class. Now I want you all to look to the left, say to the person, happy anniversary. And I want you to look to the right and say to the person, I am Morehouse School of Medicine. To our faculty, our staff, and community, today we proudly welcome you to celebrate with us this 50th anniversary class of the Morehouse School of Medicine. We are proud to welcome today 105 students, Doctor of Medicine, 13 students, Doctor of Philosophy and Biomedical Sciences, 9 students, Master of Science in Biomedical Research, 39 students, Online Master of Science in Biotechnology, 2 students, Master of Science in Clinical Research, 20 students, Online Master of Science in Health Informatics, 32 students, Doctor of Health Administration, 24 students, Master of Science in Medical Sciences, 3 students, Master of Science in Neuroscience, 15 students, Master of Public Health, 10 students, Master of Administration in Justice Involved Care, 19 students, Master of Science in Biotechnology with a concentration in medical cannabis therapeutics, 6 students, Online Master of Public Health, and 35 students, Master of Science in Physician Assistant Studies. So I extend my greetings to our families, our students, our distinguished guests, and supporters who are here in person and those virtually. I would like to welcome and recognize some special guests here today. Morehouse School of Medicine's 5th president, Dr. John Maupin Jr., and his lovely bride, our former First Lady and founder of the Women of Heart Initiative and the Women in Heart Scholarship, and winner of Morehouse School of Medicine's highest honor, the 2024 Louis C. Brown Vanguard Award, Miss Eileen Maupin. I have to thank Dr. Maupin on 2 fronts. SOAR was written, I know he wouldn't say that he wrote it, but he pretty much wrote it with the help of a good friend, and we use that as our testament to who and why and our purpose. So thank you, Dr. Maupin. Thank you and Eileen so much for your unwavering support and your encouragement. We also have some other special guests who I would like to stand in unison. We have leadership today from Kern Health Systems Board of Directors. Please stand. We also have leadership from Dignity Health Bakersfield, Common Spirit Health. Please stand also. I also happen to see, is that Congressman Hank Johnson in the audience there? Please stand and be recognized. Now, because of the prestigious nature of Morehouse School of Medicine, I know that there are some other people in the audience who deem themselves important and I didn't recognize you. Please stand and be recognized if I left you out. I welcome you to a place where you will learn about public health issues, health disparities, and the ethical implications of healthcare decisions. I welcome you to a place where you will gain an understanding of research and practice and the importance of evidence-based medicine. I welcome you to a place where you will begin to understand what it means to have a comprehensive and meaningful medical school, public health, biomedical science, health administration, physician studies. All of that knowledge and skills will be poured into you for you to become those successful healthcare professionals and advocates that we need. Morehouse School of Medicine continues to be a thought leader in health equity and health justice. And as we're gearing up this 50th anniversary, we are thinking about our rich and purposeful legacy. We are thinking about how we deliver the promise of science, not just to Georgia, but to the world. We're thinking about how we diversify this healthcare workforce. We're thinking about how we continue to be champions for those who are not heard sometimes. We promise to make your experience meaningful. We promise to stand with you when you are challenged. We promise to stand with you when you need just a little push, we promise to stand with you in the times of joy. And the people who are going to do that most for you and with you are the faculty at Morehouse School of Medicine. Please stand. Those faculty, though, don't do their jobs alone. We have wonderful staff who support the faculty and the students. Will the staff at Morehouse School of Medicine please stand? You will also receive encouragement and guidance from the alumni of Morehouse School of Medicine. If you're an alum of Morehouse School of Medicine, please stand and be recognized. And then, if you are someone in the community who plans to support these students, please stand and be recognized. To the families and our supporters, thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for coming and sharing this moment with our students. It is the beginning of the academic year. This is the beginning. We know we're going to see you throughout. We're so excited about our convocation speaker today, because if it were not for the work that he and others did to get these vaccines in the arms of people, we would not be able to gather in the way that we're gathering. So I look forward to you hearing from the secretary. But families, know that you are welcome at Morehouse School of Medicine. Now, I want you to notice this is just convocation. This is just the beginning. And we limited the number of tickets that we were going to have to be able to give to the students. So I can't imagine when we get to commencement where we are going to have the ceremony. But we will accommodate, and we will do whatever we need to do to manage through this. So again, there's no other place like Morehouse School of Medicine. I proclaim you to be joining the ranks of the best and the brightest physicians, scientists, and public health leaders in health equity and justice. So again, join me, audience, in announcing our 332 incoming students with a round of applause. At this time, I would like to welcome to the podium the president of JEB Student Government Association, Ayomide Oleyiwolu. Oleyi, I got to get it right. I'm going to get this right if it kills me. Ayomide Oleyiwola, president of the JEB Student Government Association.
She did so well, you guys. Good morning. Honored guests, esteemed faculty, staff, family, friends, and most importantly, the newest additions to the proud MSM family, welcome. My name is Ayomide Olayiwola, and I am a PhD in Biomedical Sciences student serving as the president of the Graduate Education in Biomedical Sciences Student Government Association. I promise to keep this brief, as I know many of you are already daydreaming about your brunch plans, but it is an honor and a pleasure to speak with you on a significant day as you take your first official steps on this journey. For many of us, this journey began with the passion for medicine and science, a desire to alleviate suffering, and a commitment to making a difference in the lives of others, whether that be through direct patient and community interaction or by making breakthrough discoveries in the lab at the bench. Today, as you prepare to receive your white coats and pins, you stand at the intersection of the hard work, dedication, and sacrifice that brought you here. This journey will be challenging, And the road ahead will not always be easy. You may face long hours and emotional moments that test your resilience. You may find yourself often saying things like, I can't, I have to study for an exam, or I haven't even seen my friends in days. In those times, remember that your commitment to knowledge, wisdom, service, excellence, integrity, leadership, and compassion will guide you. Embrace each experience as an opportunity to grow, whether it be a rigorous lecture, a long clinical shift, a long night in the lab, or simply a moment of reflection. Every step, every challenge, and every success will shape you into the compassionate and skilled professional you aspire to be. Navigating this road will be impossible without the support of those around you. The encouragement of your family and friends will be your bedrock. Your classmates letting you know when there's free food on campus will guide you and energize you through those long study sessions in the library. The guidance and wisdom of your faculty, staff, and mentors will shape your growth and inspire your ambition. As you receive your white coats and pins today, be prepared for the inevitable. People will begin to ask you medical questions at family gatherings. Just smile, nod, and try not to panic when they ask if you can cure their mystery illness with just a glance. In my time at Morehouse School of Medicine, I have been provided with countless opportunities for professional development, leadership, personal growth, and so much more. I urge you all to take advantage of every opportunity that comes your way. Build relationships, start traditions, and make every moment count, for these bonds will last a lifetime. Now, as your student speaker, let me share with you a few fun facts about life as an MSM student. First, you will learn to make the perfect cup of coffee before you learn to make the perfect diagnosis or the perfect experimental outline. And the most common unit of measurement around here isn't pounds or grams or liters, it's caffeine levels. Second, the worst place to be at 12:30 in the afternoon is Cafe 720 on a wing Wednesday. Lastly, before you know it, the 2 or 4, and for some of us, 5, even 6 years will fly by, and you will be walking across this very stage, prepared to lead in the creation and advancement of health equity to achieve health justice. As a proud MSM graduate, as you tackle each semester, you will learn that the best way to navigate your time as a student here is to embrace the unknown. Celebrate all successes while learning from all challenges, and cherish your new best friends, the coffee machines. They say a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and for us, that first step is keeping these coats actually white and not losing your pins. Congratulations on achieving this milestone, and remember, the world needs you, and the world needs what we do best. Thank you.
Thank you so much for those wonderful words. You can see why we are so proud of our students at Morehouse School of Medicine. They are already making an impact. They do that every day, and we create the opportunity for them to co-create those opportunities in the community. That is how we have impact. That is how we lead the creation and advancement of health equity to achieve health justice. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Joseph Tyndall, Executive Vice President for Health Affairs and Dean of the School of Medicine, to the podium.
Good morning. A little louder. Good morning. It's good to see all of you here. And I want to echo Dr. Montgomery Rice's comments, especially to our students. I want to thank you for joining us and investing your time and your career in Morehouse School of Medicine. We are with you, we are behind you all the way, and we will see you through. And it's amazing to see all of you, family and friends gathered here. Again, thank you for being here to celebrate our 50th anniversary convocation here at Morehouse School of Medicine. Before Dr. Bradley joins me to recognize these exemplary scholars, I want to take a moment to recognize some individuals and organizations who've made these scholarships possible. Individuals such as Billy Suba Aaron and her late husband, Hank Aaron, Mrs. Pert and Mr. Clarence Hollis for creating the Roger and Hattie Boyd Endowed Scholarship, and our very own board chair, Arthur Collins, and his wife, Sella, whose contributions fund the Arthur R. Collins Honors Scholarship. Also, Dr. Gulshan Hargi, an MSM alumnus who continues to give back in support of our students. Then there are organizations such as UPS, whose contributions created the UPS Foundation Scholarship, Coca-Cola's support of the Coca-Cola Medical Scholars Award, the Bloomberg Foundation, who last month announced a new transformational gift to Morehouse School of Medicine of $175 million. And this adds to its previous gift from the Bloomberg Foundation in 2020 of over $26.4 million to support our students. In addition, a generous gift by our friends at Georgia Power in 2023 has created the new Georgia Power Scholars Fund, which will support multiple degree programs here at Morehouse School of Medicine. Your contributions allow us to educate and to train leaders who will make an impact to society and our communities, who will be leaders who will save lives. For those of you at home watching and those of you here in attendance, you can help to continue the Morehouse School of Medicine's legacy by making an online donation today. And your gift will allow us to educate future generations of medical students committed to eliminating the gap of health equity. So I want to thank you. We thank you for supporting these scholars and for your belief in the work that we do here at Morehouse School of Medicine. A complete listing of all of our named scholars may be found in your program. And so without further ado, I'd like to invite Dr. Cinnamon Bradley back to the podium. Dr. Bradley.
Thank you, Dean Tyndall, and a special thank you to all of our donors and supporters. At this time, it is my honor to recognize our merit scholars. We will announce each award category and ask students to stand and be recognized as a group. You may be seated after your group is recognized. The recipients' names are listed on pages 26 and 27 in your program. Our merit scholarships are awarded to students who display exceptional scholastic ability, as evidenced in their academic performance. These include scholarships awarded for up to 4 years and are conditional upon the student maintaining high academic standards during their period of matriculation. First, we're going to ask our MD students who are recipients of the MSM Presidential Scholars Award to please stand and be recognized. Next, all MD students who are recipients of the MSM Merit Scholarships, please stand. Your names are in the program. 26 to 27. Don't be shy. This is for MD students. We'll circle back. Okay. This year, we present the Women with Heart Scholarship to 2 deserving MD students. Please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Next, we're going to move to all PA students who are MSM Merit Scholars. Please stand. Thank you. You may be seated. The Arthur and Sella Collins MPH Endowed Scholarship goes to MPH students, and we ask those recipients to stand. Thank you. Next, the Janet M. Blumenthal PhD Memorial Endowed Scholarship, also for MPH students, and we ask this year's recipients to stand. The MPH recipients of the Fulton DeKalb Hospital Authority Scholarship, please stand. Thank you. You may be seated. Now we ask the recipients of our Graduate Education in Biomedical Sciences Presidential Scholarship to stand, from the MSBR program to stand and be recognized. Next, we ask the Master of Science in Health Informatics students who were awarded merit scholarships to please stand. Will our presidential scholars from the MS program please stand and be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. And finally, we ask our recipients of the Graduate Education in Biomedical Sciences Clinical Research Program scholarship recipients to please stand. MSCR. Thank you. We're going to briefly circle back to our MD students, our MD merit scholars. Please stand and be recognized. Excellent. Congratulations to you all. Congratulations to each and every one of you. And now Dr. Montgomery Rice will return to the podium. Thank you.
I was getting a little concerned that my MD students did not know their names. Y'all do know your names. It's on your coat, hopefully. Just a little bit concerned, just a little bit concerned. It's now my honor to introduce our convocation speaker, who's actually no stranger to us, Dr. Javier Becerra. We have been trying to get this scheduled for a long time, and I have known him for a little while. He is our 25th Secretary of the United States Department of Health and Human Services, and the first Latino to hold the office in the history of the United States. As Secretary, he is working to build a healthy America and ensuring that all Americans have health security and access to health care. Throughout his career, the Secretary has made it his priority to ensure that Americans have access to affordable health care they need to survive and to thrive. From his early days as a legal advocate representing individuals with mental illness to his role as the Attorney General of the state of California, Secretary Becerra served 12 terms in Congress as a member of the U.S. House of Representatives, and during that time, he was the first Latino to serve as a member of the powerful Committee on Ways and Means. He served as chairman of his party's caucus and as the ranking member of the Ways and Means Subcommittee on Social Security and the ranking member of the Subcommittee on Health. For over 2 decades in Congress, Secretary Becerra worked so that every family had the assurance of care that his own family had when he was growing up. As a member of the Ways and Means Committee, he introduced legislation, the Medicare Savings Program Improvement Act of 2007, that expanded cost-sharing subsidies for low-income seniors who receive both Medicare and Medicaid benefits by increasing the amount of resources they could receive. He championed provisions of the Medicare Improvement for Patients and Providers Act of 2008 that required physicians who performed imaging to be accredited and trained to ensure patient safety. He was one of the original co-sponsors of the Patient Protection and Affordable Care, ACA, which strengthened Medicare and lowered the costs for seniors. As a native of Sacramento, California, Secretary Becerra is the son of a working-class parents and the first in his family to receive a 4-year degree. He graduated from Stanford University and received his Juris Doctorate degree from Stanford Law School. He talked about early in our Danforth dialogues, though, beyond all that he's accomplished, the most important thing that he has accomplished and is most proud of is that he's married to Dr. Carolina Reyes, my Harvard Medical School classmate. I just will say that. And he is the proud father of 3 daughters who he describes as living their best life. And he is so excited that he's been able to be a part of that. Please give a warm Morehouse School of Medicine welcome to Secretary Javier Becerra.
To Dr. Valerie Montgomery Rice, to the honorable members of the Platform Committee, to the wonderful faculty and staff of this great institution that is teaching the next generation of healthcare leaders, but most importantly, to the families. I see my mom and my dad in that audience. I see the proud smiles of people who never had a chance to do this, but seen it in their children. I see the struggles that it took to have a chance to witness someone you love do something that you could have done had the door been open for you when you were young and vibrant and had those opportunities. I see people who have not complained about their circumstance because they now see the future in their children and their loved ones. And more than that, I see the love that's going to carry some of these scholars through their time and help them knock it out of the park. And so to each and every one of you, I say thank you for letting me join this convocation this morning and afternoon. I have to give a shout out to a gentleman who was in that foxhole with me on many occasions and has made America a better place, and quite honestly cast an important vote to give me some of the money I need in the Department of Health and Human Services, Congressman Hank Johnson. I want to say thank you to. You know Hank, you know he has a way of putting you in a trap if you're not ready, and he asks these really, in his southern way, he'll ask a really calm question, then before you know, whack, he's got you. And good thing he does that, because he does it for you. And I am thrilled to have been not just a colleague, but a friend with Hank in the House of Representatives. I think I have to say something because Dr. Montgomery Rice mentioned that she and my wife went to medical school together. So I simply have to say something to you. You are so fortunate to have as your leader someone who understands how important it is to make a statement. The first statement you should know is that without Dr. Montgomery Rice, about 2/3 of you would not be here. Because when she started as the leader here at Morehouse, there were some 80 to 90 total of you scholars. Today, you're what, over 230? Yeah. That's a statement. That's a statement. It is hard to follow that voice. It is hard to follow those footsteps, especially in those stylish Converse sneakers. You got to have confidence to walk up on a stage in Converse high-top sneakers, you know that. But that's a statement. That's a statement. And I think it's important for me to, at the beginning, make a statement to you as well, as the fortunate Secretary of the Department of Health and Human Services, because President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris gave me this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Thank you. There's a beautiful word in Spanish, socio. Yo soy tu socio. I am your partner. there has been a beautiful partnership between the Department of Health and Human Services and this institution since the very beginning. In fact, it was the school that you are at today that had a chance to be built with grants that were provided by the U.S. Department, then called Health and Education and Welfare, that made it possible for you to be here today. And I think it's important to say that we are not going to stop in that partnership, because I announced to you today that next month, the Biden-Harris administration is announcing a new partnership with 100 historically black colleges and universities. Partnership on behavioral health, a partnership to address black youth suicide crisis that is ravaging so many of our communities, a partnership to promote wellness and resiliency among our young people, a partnership that will increase diversity in the crisis care workforce and within the African American community. That is a partnership we're celebrating. And I want to give a shout out. I hope she's here. Is Jill Mays in the audience here? Is Jill? Jill is one of our leaders at HHS here in Georgia. She is doing some of the critical work on behavioral health. I hope you have all heard of 988. It is the new suicide and crisis lifeline that with 3 digits lets you reach anyone you need at a time of crisis so that you don't take the wrong fork in the road. Jill and her colleagues are making it possible for us to stand up on a national basis that 988 hotline, which in just 2 years of operation has already received more than 10 million contacts. 10 million. That's good news, but it should scare you to hear that news. But at least we have a way to reach out and let people know we're there for them. And we need your help. Jill Mays needs your help. We need to continue to expand. And we need to be able to reach people where they are. And that means having people who look and sound and have experiences like them. And so I hope you will consider, as you move forward in your trajectory, a career in the health field in behavioral health, because there are far too few people in communities of color who are prepared to take on the rigors of helping someone who's been hurting for such a long time. But we are lucky to have Jill Mays among our team at HHS, and I thank her for her participation and for being here, of course, as well. And I think it's important to point out that at HHS, we've been given the opportunity to do some phenomenal things. Dr. Montgomery Rice mentioned the Affordable Care Act. I've had the pleasure to actually help draft it, help pass it. As the Attorney General of the state of California, I led 24 states to defend it before the Supreme Court, and obviously, since it's still here, we won. And now, as a secretary from a previous administration who actually saw the number of people who had insurance coverage through the Affordable Care Act dip, we have now almost doubled the number of people since we came into office to now over 21.5 million people who have health care through the marketplace, and another 26 million who have health care through the ACA's expansion of the Medicaid program. 46 million Americans today, a record number, now count on the Affordable Care Act for their care. And I want to thank Morehouse, and I want to thank each and every one of you who helped us during COVID to make sure that everyone in America had access to the vaccine that could save your life. You see, because we had never taken on something like this before, where a pandemic, not in our lifetimes, unless you're over 100, was something we encountered. And today, I can say to you that we can gather without wearing masks because of the work that was done by the people at the Department of Health and Human Services, to the point that we are approaching 700 million vaccines for COVID that have gone into the arms of Americans, something that this country in the history of its great time has never had the opportunity to do. But the most important part about that, there's not a single one of you who has had to pay a penny to get that vaccine. And that was because President Biden and Vice President Harris said, we will not exclude anyone from that life-saving medicine. And I can tell you about so many other things that we are doing to fulfill our charter at HHS to reach out. But I think it's important to talk about you. Because quite honestly, today, September 20th, 2024, there is no better place in America for the Secretary of Health and Human Services to be than here at Morehouse School of Medicine with you. With you. And I say that because there was a point about 2 weeks ago where I think we had to call your president and CEO and let Valerie know that I might not be able to come after all because the president happened to schedule a cabinet meeting at this very time. And it's tough to be the only secretary who won't be in the White House today, but I'm going to try to join via Zoom as quickly as I can. But there's no better place to be on September 20th, 2024 than right here with you. Because you see, right here in this hall is the future of medicine and healthcare. Right here in this hall, we're going to determine how we choose to provide healthcare to the people of this great nation. And right here in this room, you're going to don a coat and put on a pin that will give you superpowers. You see, because when you put on that white coat, people look at you very differently. All of a sudden, they pin their hopes, their aspirations on you. They believe that you will save their child's life. They believe you know the direction they must take. They know if you're saying this, it's gospel. And so you have great superpowers as you get ready to don that coat and put on that pin. But here's the real beauty of September 20th, 2024. This is just the discovery of your superpowers. This is just the beginning where you harness those superpowers. This is where you will, if you drink that coffee, perfect those superpowers. Right? And this is where you will start or continue those firsts to graduate as a medical professional, as a healthcare professional, to face down the adversity that your family, your parents knew when they were your age. The first is Kevon Hamilton in the audience today. Yes, Kevon, come on. By the way, Kevon, is your family here? We're right here. His family gets to stand. This is a family affair, right? Sly Family Stone said it really well. This is a family affair. Do not sit. This is September 20, 2024, September 20, 2024, important date, because as Mr. Hamilton stands here before you, he's probably already accomplished many firsts. But I'm going to break some additional news because not even he knows this one. Kevon applied to be a recipient of the National Health Services Corps Scholarship, which means he is committing, if he is accepted, to give service in an underserved area of our country after he graduates. And the result will be we'll help him cover his costs of his healthcare medical education. And so, wait, you all beat me to the punch. I didn't say he got it. But in 2 days, you're going to learn that you got that scholarship. Mr. Hamilton, to you, but forgive me, to your family, congratulations for what you are doing for this country. You may sit. You are what will change this country. Mr. Hamilton, Ms. Mays, the families, people like Dr. Montgomery Rice. You must know it that you are changing this country. And you see, those superpowers that all of a sudden when you put on that gown become yours, you are going to learn, if you didn't already, you already had those superpowers. And you see, that white coat simply helps you understand and feel that power and recognize why people look at you and say, what was it what the hyenas would say in Lion King? Mufasa. You are Mufasa personified. Because those chills that run down people's spine are for the good in many cases. And for some folks, it's, I didn't know he could get there. I didn't think she had that in her. I never saw that. But for you and me, some of us, once in a while, we get a chance to prove that we can be there too. And the best thing is, I'm going to let you in on that secret. You don't have to put that coat on to have those superpowers. They are yours. And here is the most important part of that is, how will you use that superpower launching off after September 20th, 2024? That's on you. And that's why September 20th, 2024 is where we all had to be here at Morehouse School of Medicine today to celebrate with you, because there is real power in this room that you will get to exercise. But here's where I have to let you in on the other side of the coin, that I think many here will understand because they've lived it, they've experienced it. There is a fundamental flaw in our healthcare system, a major detraction to having people live a good life. Maybe I can describe it best by always turning to the two American leaders that to me best sent that message. The first, someone you probably never met, but I'm going to let you know about her, and so you will feel the pride that I do. That first American leader is my mom. And Maria Teresa Becerra. Somehow she helped with my dad with a 6th grade education, my mom coming from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico when she was 18, when she married my father. They had that proverbial $12 in their pocket and started out. All 4 kids, college, military service. And here's the gem that she told me when I was a kid. Mijito, siempre es mejor prevenir que remediar. My son, it is always better to prevent than to remediate. And I didn't think about it too much, but as Secretary of the Department of Health and Human Services, I live that. But here's what another American leader said, personifying what my mother said just about 160 years before my mom. It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. That was Frederick Douglass who said that. To all you whitecoats, we are repairing broken men and women when it would be so much easier to build strong children from the very beginning. We must reform our healthcare system that you will practice in so that we're not waiting till they're broken to help them heal. We must make sure that everyone, including that crying baby who right on cue, who understands that that child deserves a chance to be healthy, strong, and to thrive now, not when we find out that they're going down a troubled path or we find out they've got a chronic disease. Now, prevenir mejor que remediar. Let us build strong children from the very beginning, and you, whitecoats, are in the front line. And how will you, using your superpowers, make sure that we are building strong children? That's for you to do. I want to make sure it's clear. I didn't call you superhumans. We're all human beings. The folks that are standing and sitting to your sides, they also have superpowers. But you're going to get to exercise yours more. You're going to put on that white coat so the rest of the world will see you and say, that is a person with superpower. But all of those people, like Mr. Hamilton's family, who made it possible for you to sit there, have superpower. So you're not special human beings, not superhuman. You have superpowers that we all have that you are going to build and have come out of you and make a big difference. I hope part of your superpower tells you that as we reform our system from one that treats illness to one that promotes wellness, that you will say, food is medicine. That's what we're saying at the Department of Health and Human Services. Before your loved one has to pop a pill to get better, let's feed them fruits and vegetables, nuts and berries, and let's make sure the grocery store that sells them at a reasonable price is right by the neighborhood where you grew up. And so, as I get ready to close and tell you again that today, September 20th, 2024, there is no better place to be than here with you. I mean it, because as you prepare to go through your journey, to receive your title, and to have those letters after your name, remember, many of your family, many of the people that you will heal have always had their name, and they have their letters too. It's just that they're not PhD, MD, you name the letters. They've never had those. I hope when you see your patients, those people you will heal, you will see the letters behind their name. RESPECT. Aretha Franklin would have had you standing on your feet. I apologize, I can't quite do it the way she does it. But what I will tell you is that we all carry superpowers. We all have earned respect. But you are special. You are going to get to live and exercise your superpowers in a way that many never did. And you're going to do it to the pride of your family who is here watching you. Perhaps now you understand why I said to you, in America, on September 20th, 2024, there is no better place to be than here at Morehouse School of Medicine with you. Thank you very much.
Well, let me say this. First of all, Secretary Becerra, thank you. Thank you for those inspirational words. Thank you for your passion. Thank you for meeting us where it counts. And most of all, thank you for being here on September 20th, 2024. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. I do want to, before I move on, to recognize our Regional Director for Health and Human Services, Antrell Tyson. Well, where is he? Oh, there you are. Please, thank you. Thank you for the support and the work that you actually do for us every day. So now it's time to begin the Whitecoat and pinning ceremonies. Every student here will participate in these honors by donning either a white coat or a blue blazer with a pin. And we want to acknowledge you today, the beginning of your wonderful career here at Morehouse School of Medicine. We'll acknowledge students in their learning community. So Dr. Bradley, if you can please come up and begin those ceremonies. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dean Tyndall. To start, we will recognize our MD Knowledge Learning community. Faculty members assisting our students, please stand and proceed to the stage. Dr. Khadijah Johnson, Dr. Jared Lockhart, and Dr. Kimberly Miller-Hammond. Students, please stand and proceed. Kapsa Binyela, Isaiah Eberhardt, Guillaume Fabregas Heya, Chisholm Ihegwara, Mia Jones, Ijama Okorie, Haley Ray, Ali Tejada, and Giovanni Vasquez Ramos. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Picture. Congratulations. You may return to your seats. The next students are part of the Innovation Learning community. Faculty mentors assisting students, please stand and proceed to the stage. Dr. Indrajit Chowdhury and Ms. Carla Durham-Walker. Students, please stand and proceed to the stage as I call your name. Daniel Aka, Brina Akinola, Nirvana Durbal, Talia Gresham, Andrew Holmes, Zara Irfan, Neha Nassar, Chelsea Warike, and Kolechi Okera. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations, you may return to your seats. Our next group of students represent the Compassion Learning Community. Faculty members assisting our students, please proceed to the stage. Dr. John Patrickson and Dr. Timi Tope Ekenyeme. Students, please stand and proceed to the stage as I call your name. Rachel Carlisle, Alexis Clark, Tyler Fullwood, Dylan Hinkey, Sandra Lily Lantoon, Zaidi Mahayani, Karima Mohammed Poe, Amora Rush, ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations, you may return to your seats. Our next group of students represent the Wisdom Learning Community. Faculty mentors, Dr. James McCoy and Dr. Angela Wimes, please proceed to the stage. Students, please stand and proceed to the stage as I call your name. Devorah Chasen, Tylee Sid, Maya Dewey, Natan El-Mensa Soa, Kendrick Miles, Ujwak Obot, Carl Opara, Brixton Sam, and Natalie Triplett. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations, you may return to your seats. Our next group of students represents the Excellence Learning Community. Faculty members, mentors assisting our students, please come to the stage. Dr. Carrie Roth Bayer, Dr. Alexandria Portier, and Dr. Ashley Kennedy Mitchell. Students, proceed to the stage as I call your name. Paul Anderful, Cameron Cantwell, Hannah Fankhauser, Maya Hill, Takedra Jones, Shadrach Ofebu, Nabechi Okpala, Laura Stinson, and Linda Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations. You may return to your seats. Our next group of students represents the Leadership Learning Community. Faculty mentors assisting our students, please stand and come to the stage as I call your name. Amy Lovejoy Mork, Dr. Norberto Foss, and Dr. Carmen Dickinson Copeland. Students, please proceed to the stage as I call your name. Tatiana Bolds, Kyra Chisholm, Ariana Dyer, Juan Gomez, Malcolm Griffin, Chumte Kelly, Paige Marceline, Joshua Van Alphen, and Tempest Young. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations, you may return to your seats. Our next group of students represents the Integrity Learning Community. Faculty mentors assisting our students, please proceed to the stage. Dr. Kimberly Redding and Dr. Sarah Green. Students, please proceed to the stage as I call your name. Kiara Cross, Kaylee Cullinan, Maya Hassan, Matthew Kessler, Marian Mohammed, Chase Newkirk, Darlene Apopo, Tyler Shepard, and Brianna Young. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations, you may return to your seats. Our next group of students represents the Service Learning Community. Faculty mentors assisting our students, please proceed to the stage. Dr. Rigobert Lapubula and Dr. Janice Hall Abraham. Students, please proceed to the stage as I call your name. Daniel Okoroku, Tariana Carter, Aaliyah Dean Sese, Brock Hunter, John Levesque, Colby Lindsay, Champagne Smith, and Rafala Todd. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations. You may return to your seats. Our next group of students represents the Commitment Learning Community. Faculty mentors assisting our students, please proceed to the stage. Dr. Lee Kaplan, Dr. Anita Moten, and Dr. Jabrina Hargrove. Students, please stand and proceed to the stage as I call your name. Justin Barthel, Tarini Gajelli, Jada Grant, Brian Hernandez, Milani Ivory Rogers, Youssef Mesa, Michaela Saunders, and Colin Tolbert. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations, you may return to your seat. Our next group of students represents the Discovery Learning community. Faculty assisting students, please come to the stage. Dr. Jalal Ghali, Dr. Latasha Bogues, and Dr. Tanil Leek Johnson. Students, please stand and proceed to the stage as I call your name. Naja Bostwick, Anana Dairy, Garrett Dennis II, Sydney Gillespie, Alexandra Khalil, Peyton Pritchett, Joseph Stinson, Joseph Waiguru, and Gabrielle Washington. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations. You may return to your seats. Our next group of students represents the Equity Learning community. Faculty mentors, please proceed to the stage as I call your name. Dr. Gail Maddox, Dr. Firas Kobesi, and Dr. Austin Chan. Students, please stand and proceed to the stage as I call your name. Leander Brooks, Steve Giang, Destiny Gordon, Kyle Herring, Emily Hollis, Sydney Jatillo, Simone Lester, Mutsa Inyamurangu, Denisha Siobhan Thomas, All right, ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations, you may return to your seats. Our final group of MD students represents the Inclusion Learning community. Faculty mentors, please proceed to the stage. Dr. Daquan Smith-Murray, Dr. David Daniels, and Dr. Jaipe Zhu. Students, please proceed to the stage as I call your name. Jaquez Baker, Monifa England Rashid, Nicholas Green, Dora Kwongo, Destiny Page, Craig Roby, Valentino Sorto, Danielle Wadley, and Alexia Yemat Burgos. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations, you may return to your seats. Now we've come to the most important element of the white coat ceremony, the oath that our students take in front of family, school leadership, and peers to acknowledge their commitment to the highest standards of professional and ethical behavior in our central obligation of caring for the patient. The medical oath to service and responsibility is printed in your program on page 30. On page 28, Dr. Martha Elks, Senior Associate Dean for Educational Affairs, will lead the oath.
I ask the MD students to rise and have your orders of service open to page 28, and we will read together. As I begin the study of medicine, I do solemnly swear by that which I hold most sacred, that my efforts will be focused on the ultimate goal of serving my future patients. Toward this end, I will conscientiously and cooperatively work with my peers and professors in learning the art and science of medicine. I will regard the patients whom I will encounter in my training as fellow human beings and will do everything in my power to preserve their dignity. I will not compromise myself nor endanger the welfare of future patients by employing unworthy methods in the pursuit of my education. I pledge to perform to the best of my ability and to engage in continuous self-evaluation in an effort to address my limitations. I will never hesitate to call upon assistance of others when indicated. I recognize that the study of medicine is a lifelong responsibility. I pledge to continue to educate myself throughout my career and to constantly engage in a critical re-examination of myself as a rational, emotional, and spiritual human being. Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Elks. We will now proceed to our Physician Assistant Studies program. To start, we will recognize the PA Leadership Learning Community. Faculty mentors assisting our students include Dr. Christopher Irvin, Professor Crystal Moon, and Professor Ebony Blackman. Please come to the stage. Students, please proceed as I call your name. Josephina Chapman Davis, Natalie Hemingway, Christianity Jones, Adicia Maddox, Reagan Miller, Leslie Narato, Chiamaka Wokocha, Nate Smith III, and Amara Shobe. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations, you may return to your seats. Next, we will recognize our Justice Learning Community. Faculty mentors assisting include Dr. Donnie Ard, Dr. Diane Dennis-Griggs, and Dr. Danielle Bell. Students, please stand and proceed to the stage as I call your name. Edgar Alcantar, Deshaun DeShazer, Kevon Hamilton, Rifa Hawk, Sarah Kamara, Lauren Parks, Kiba Plummer, and Dominic Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations, you may return to your seats. Next, we'll recognize the Physician Assistant Service Learning Community. Faculty mentors assisting our students, please come to the stage. That includes Professor Stephanie Banks, Dr. Sheila Young Mercado, and Professor Candace Wooten. Students, please proceed to the stage as I call your name. Madeline Anastasia, Kayana Bradley, Aksh Chabra, Shanila Huerta, Cynthia Matson, Priska Ogike, Elizabeth Pham, Shah Rahman, and Cecila Rahman. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations, you may return to your seats. Finally, we recognize our last group, the PA Honor Learning Community. Faculty mentors assisting our students include Professor Sharon Rachel, Dr. Carletta Demps, and Dr. Falashade Omale. Students, please proceed to the stage as I call your name. Shaquanda Cepeda, Idara Rosa Ekong, Angel Henderson, Armani Moore, Brianna Parham, Ruthlyn Pierre, Emmanuel Pungo, Ainsley Sills, and Alexandria White. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations, you may return to your seats. Now we come to another vital part of our ceremony, the oath that our students take in front of their family, school leadership, and peers to acknowledge their commitment to the highest standards of professional and ethical behavior while caring for the patient. The Physician Assistant Professional Oath is printed in your program on page 29. Dr. Pangela Dawson, Physician Assistant Studies Program Director, will lead the oath.
I would like to invite any physician assistants in the audience, if you're here, if you'd like to stand with us to recite our oath. Give the faculty a moment to get back. Okay, students, if you'll read along with me on page 31. Here we go. I pledge to perform the following duties in honesty and dedication. I will hold as my primary responsibility the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings. I will uphold the tenets of patient autonomy, beneficence, non-malevolence, and justice. I will recognize and promote the value of diversity. I will treat equally all persons who seek my care. I will hold in confidence the information shared in the course of practicing medicine. I will assess my personal capabilities and limitations, striving always to improve my medical practice. I will actively seek to expand my knowledge and skills, keeping abreast of the advances in medicine. I will work with other members of the healthcare team to provide compassionate and effective care to patients. I will use my knowledge and experience to contribute to improved communities. I will respect my professional relationship with the physician. I will share and expand knowledge within the profession. These duties are pledged with sincerity upon my honor. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Dawson. We will now proceed to our Graduate Education in Biomedical Sciences, or our JEBS students. JEBS includes students in the Master of Science in Biomedical Research program, Master of Science in Biotechnology, Master of Science in Biotechnology with a concentration in medical cannabis therapeutics, Master of Science in Clinical Research, Master of Science in Health Informatics, Master of Science in Medical Sciences, Master of Science in Neuroscience, and Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Sciences learning communities. To start, we will recognize our students in the Master of Science in Biomedical Research learning community. Faculty mentors assisting our students include Dr. Danita Eatman-Daniels, Dr. Karen Russell-Randall, and Dr. Jaleesa Garth. Students, please proceed to the stage as I call your name. Damani Andre, Timothy Brantley, Ariana Colson, Keturah Eves, Sydney Kimball, Tia Sadler, William Speed, Raven Todd, and Danielle Wright. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations, you may return to your seats. Our next students represent the online Master of Science in Biotechnology learning communities. Faculty mentors assisting our students include Dr. Hamant Bid and Dr. James Lillard. Students, please proceed to the stage as I call your name. Amira Ali, Blair Anderson, Ashley Banks, Rayana Barton, Kiera Brotherton, Kentrell Burks, Carl Clay II, Demonte Crutcher, Santana Dominguez, Morgan Ellis, La Mesa Anke, Erinus Evans, and Cameron Gardner. Students, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations. We'll be continuing with our online Master of Science in Biotechnology learning community. Cameron Goodrum, Kayla Gore, Jasmine Hamer, Najari Ivy, Calvin Johnson, Marielle Johnson, Aisha Lawal, Tracy Lewis, Keyshawn Limbrick, Kaya Lindley, Astu Mbeke, Donza Magruder, and Deshari Miller. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations. You may return to your seats. Continuing with our online Master of Science in Biotechnology learning community, we have Nalani Moore, Tasha Moore, Kenosha Moses, Widgie Noel, Johnny Petit, Taryn Reeves, Brittany Robinson, Alexis Ross, Austin Simpson, Trinity Smith, Ariana Williams, Candice Young, and Fadila Umau. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations, you may return to your seats. Our next group of students represents the Master of Science in Biotechnology with a concentration in medical cannabis therapeutics learning community. Faculty mentors assisting our students include Dr. Hamad Bid, as well as other faculty members on the stage. Students, please come forward when I call your name. Coralie Antoine, Bria Brumfield, Dr. Artace Conley, Darrenacia Crawford, Kendallin Jennings, Daniel Miranda, Robin Moss, Maya Randolph, and Ashley Richardson. You may put on your white coats. Congratulations, you may return to your seats. Continuing with the MSBT with a concentration in medical cannabis therapeutics, Mary Tuck, Dakota Walker, Janet Watts, Stephanie Williams, Jocelyn Brand, Symphony Carter, Joshua Heigler, Philip King, Tanisha Purcell, and Takia Thomas. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations, you may return to your seats. Our next group of students represents the Master of Science in Clinical Research Learning Community. And we ask faculty members Dr. Alexander Corshi and Dr. Priscilla Pemu to join us on stage. Students, please come forward when I call your name. Isabel Berhanu and Dr. Shayla Day. You may now put on your white coats. Congratulations, you may be seated. Our next group of students represent the Master of Science in Health Informatics Learning Community. Faculty mentors assisting our students include Dr. James Lillard. Please return to the stage. Students, please come forward when I call your name. Mofida Abdul Qadir, Alexis Brooks, Shakira Brown, Layla Carter, Kwame Sherry, Jewel Constance, Samantha Cunningham, David Donaldson, Jasmine Duffin, Rebecca Garrick, and Paul Igali, and Amna Imran. Ladies and gentlemen, you may receive your pens. Congratulations, you may return to your seats. Continuing with the Master of Science in Health Informatics Learning Community, Delandria Jackson Thompson, Julie Julian, Christopher McCoy, Katrina McGee, Ashley Pates, Dadavi Dinga Kwashi, Lavora Reed, and Samantha Simon. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your pins or have your pins placed. Congratulations, you may return to your seats. Our next group of JEB students represents the Master of Science in Medical Sciences learning community. Faculty mentors assisting our students, please proceed to the stage, Dr. Rita Finley and Dr. Walter Conwell. Students in the MSMS learning community, please come forward when I call your name. Xavier Baruti, Lawrence Bayan, Aramidi Olarunfemi, Brevin Rose, Ashley Scott, Destiny Carmichael, Lauren Carter, Summer Clemens, Nasia Cooper, Kieran Daya, Maya Ginyard, and Nevaeh Herndon. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations, you may return to your seats. Continuing with the MSMS learning community, Kanisha John, Amaya Kelly, Lauren Kelly, Damari Massey, Alexandra Norwood, Chelsea Omuzurike, Emilia Poma, Keithian Starling Jr., Amari Tiller, Giovanni Vera Pimentel, Temple White, and Jasmine Woodruff. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations, you may be seated. Our next group of students is the Master of Science in Neurosciences learning community. Faculty mentors assisting our students, please proceed to the stage. Dr. Walter Royal. Students, please come forward when I call your name. Mika Campbell, Ayobami Fawole, and Sadera Green. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Ladies. Congratulations, you may be seated. Our final group of JEB students represents the Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Sciences learning community. Faculty mentors assisting our students include Dr. Danita Eatman-Daniels, Dr. Karen Russell-Randall, and Dr. Jason DeBryan. Dr. DeBryan, please come to stage. And Dr. Jaleesa Garth. Students, please proceed to the stage as I call your name. Acolbia Biggers, Derek Camacho, Amber Donning, Caitlin Diggs, Derek Homrich, Praise Iduwu, Uswa Jadun, Joshua Johnson, Oluchukwu Bethel Ogboy, Awa Sor, Salim Stewart, Joseph Walker, and Austin Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, you may put on your white coats. Congratulations, you may return to your seats. Dr. Danita Eatman-Daniels, Associate Dean for Graduate Studies in the Biomedical Sciences program, will conclude the segment of our presentation with the Scientist Pledge, which is found on page 30 of your program.
Where is it? This is yours? I do need this. Oh, okay, it's on there. So you'll find the Scientist Pledge on page 31. Will all the JEB students and any other scientists watching who wishes to participate, please stand. All righty. I accept this opportunity to follow the difficult and rewarding path of biomedical science and clinical research. I will endeavor to honor all those who have contributed to this opportunity by always working to the utmost of my abilities and by increasing those abilities when possible. I will strive to advance fundamental knowledge about all living things. I pledge to use my energy, intellect, and education to enhance the lives of all mankind, understanding that often the greatest strides are made through efforts to assist the dispossessed and underprivileged in our world. I will carefully consider and remain mindful of the ethical implications of my work. I will never use my gifts and skills to intentionally harm any individual or group. In planning and carrying out my work, I will treat this planet and all its life forms with honor and respect. I will honor and respect the efforts of my teachers, taking great care always to give credit where credit is due, and always humbly understanding that all that I see by standing on the shoulders of many scientists who have gone before me. I will also honor and respect my students and all who rely on that which I have learned, striving to truthfully and openly disclose all my methods, findings, and conclusions. So long as I adhere to this pledge, may I have continued success in the field of biomedical science and clinical research. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Eatman Daniels. The next group of students represent the Master of Administration in Justice-Involved Care learning community. Faculty mentors assisting our students, please proceed to the stage as I call your name. Dr. Hari Drayton, Dr. Latanya Salad Hill. Students, please come forward when I call your name. Don Arthan, Jessica Barrett, Michelle Gunn, Diane Holly, thank you, Tedrick McCreary, Gail Mumford, Maya Rogers, Judy Thomas, Kanisha Washington, and Carla Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be pinned. Congratulations, you may return to your seats. The next group of students represent the Doctor of Health Administration learning community. Faculty members assisting our students, please proceed to the stage. Dr. Dorothy Baldrick and Dr. Renetta Waldrop. Students, please come forward when I call your name. Terrell McNichols, Lori Jones, Megan Foster, Daisha Johnson, Jeremiah Allen Spillers, Michelle Johnson, Olga Galbin, Lawrence D. King, Candace Miller, Demetrius L. North, Sharon Yolanda Jones, Lakeisha Brown, Genesis Fernandez Gibbons. Students, you may receive your pins. Congratulations, you may be seated. Continuing with the Doctor of Health Administration Learning Community, we have Alyssa Aman Amadani, Stephanie Lorraine Gloucester, Amos Nivens, Brittany Parks, Erica Lockhart, Amaniel Roussel, Teresa Roberts, Ryan Veronica Palacios Camacho, Alia Y. Martin, Jill D. Mays. You may be pinned. Congratulations, you may be seated. Now we have the last group from our Doctor of Health Administration Learning Community. Please proceed to the stage when I call your name. Barry Levon Hutchinson, Renaya Martin Davis, Camille Rodriguez, Ariel Elizabeth Underwood, Alexis Nicole Daly, Jamarcus D. Harris, Rita Watt, Odell Covington, and Latricia Horn. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be pinned. Congratulations, you may return to your seat. We will now recognize our Master of Public Health students by their learning communities. Faculty mentors and alumni assisting our students, please stand and proceed to the stage as I call your name. Dr. Alicia Best, Dr. Christy Brown, Dr. Gamechu Gerby, our alumni, Dr. Quantrilla Ard, Ms. Lori L. Moore, Dr. Marquita Taylor, Mr. Jared Bailey, Ms. Mina Rashid, Dr. Nicola Williams, Dr. Stacy Thorne, Mr. Keith Green, Dr. Marcus Dumas, and Ms. Gabrielle Fisher. Students, please proceed to the stage as I call your name. Quantez Brooks, Victoria Brown, Jonathan Carey, Leighton Carr, Janae Farrington, Natasha Graham, Bianca McAllister, Alexis McCowan, Barisian Montwanwi, Bailey Norman, Jimmy Price, Kayla Seals, Shaylin Sullivan, Taylor Ware, and Jaisha White. And earlier I did not call out Dr. Brenton Powers, who's also on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, you may have your blazers pinned. All right, let's see. There we go. Congratulations. You may return to your seats. Now we have our Master of Public Health online learning community. Faculty, mentors, and alumni are on stage. Please remain on stage. Students, proceed as I call your name. Pilar Jackson, Melody Waller, Hakeem White, Victor Bowden, Treasury Crumbs, Nicolette Lewis, and Nicolette. Ladies and gentlemen, you may have your blazers pinned. Congratulations. You may return to your seat. At this time, Dr. Stephanie Miles Richardson, Associate Dean for Graduate Education and Public Health and Director of the Master of Public Health program, will lead the MPH students in their declaration. Dr. Miles Richardson, please come to the podium.
Will all MPH students please stand? And if there are other public health professionals in the audience, please stand with us as we read the International Declaration of Health Rights, which is found on page 32 in your program. Health requires peaceful and equitable development and collaboration of all peoples. The enjoyment of the highest attainable standard of health is one of the fundamental rights of every human being. It is not a privilege for those with power, money, or social standing. Health is more than the absence of disease, but includes prevention of illness, development of individual potential, a positive sense of physical, mental, and social well-being. Health care should be based on dialogue and collaboration between citizens, professions, communities, and policymakers. Health service should be affordable, accessible, effective, efficient, and convenient. Health begins with healthy development of the child and a positive family environment. Health must be sustained by the active role of men and women in health and development. The role of women and their welfare must be recognized and addressed. Health care for the elderly should preserve dignity, respect, and concern for a sustainable environment with balanced human populations growth and preservation of cultural diversity. Health depends on the availability to people of basic elements: food, safe water, housing, education, productive employment, protection from pollution, and prevention of social alienation. Health depends on protection from exploitation without distinction of race, religion, political belief, economic, or social condition. And together, the oath: we, as people concerned about health improvement in the world, do hereby commit ourselves to advocacy and action to promote the health rights of all human beings. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Miles Richardson. Let's give another round of applause for the entering class of 2024. Again, we all thank you for your commitment, and to family and friends. We know it takes a village to create success, and so I want to thank you two for being here and witnessing this event this morning and this afternoon, and congratulations to you all again. In a moment, Reverend Crawford will deliver the benediction, but first again, to the students, I wish you all the best during your studies here. To the faculty, the staff, to an honorable president and CEO, Dr. Montgomery Rice, and to all platform members present today, thank you for investing in these bright, promising students and for your unwavering dedication to the mission and the vision of Morehouse School of Medicine. To our families and friends watching, I want to thank you. Thank you for sharing in this momentous occasion. And to all our donors and all our supporters, we know it takes a village to recruit, educate, and train healthcare professionals who will make an impact in the lives of families, our communities, society, and our nation. We're honored that you chose to be part of our village. At the completion of our ceremony, we will ask all members of the audience to remain in your seats until our platform party and students have fully recessed. Thank you again for joining us, and congratulations again to all of our students. Congratulations.
Let us stand to receive the benediction. And after the benediction, you may take your seat again until the platform party leaves the building. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not brag, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others. Love is not self-seeking, love is not easily angered, it keeps no records of wrongdoings. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoice with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. Let us pray. God, our perfect image of love, we have kindly cloaked and penned future healers, future researchers, future administrators, future policymakers in the name of love. Now let us step down from this place to learn and perfect our calling, our passions, our purpose, Let us step down from this place to be luminosities for love. Let our love shine in neighborhoods that our people may have hope. Let our love shine where there are those who are poor and feel that they are undeserving. Let them know that love makes the difference. Let us be light of love to the young who feel that they must use weapons in order to show that they are powerful. Let our love shine, God, with parents who give their children these weapons of war. God, let our love shine and become advocates for justice. Let our love shine, God. Let it shine that equity may stand and that equality may stand. Let our love shine that inclusivity and diversity may stand. Let our love, oh God, move us to go into those places called food deserts and make them oases of nutrition. Let our love shine. Let our love promote a culture of compassion and caring. Make us, God, the images of love. Give us that image, God, that we will welcome newborn babies into the world and give them to mothers and say, we're glad you're healthy. Let that love, oh God, guide us when we deal with the young, the restless, and the hopeless, and the voiceless, that they may see a better day. Let that love shine, God, that people may be healthy and strong. Let that love shine, God, the elders who are leaving this world, that we may hold their hand as they look on to the other side. Let that love shine, God. Let that love shine, oh God, that when we diagnose, treat, and when we prognose and when we engage with persons, God, let the love shine. And God, at the end of this healthcare journey, when it has all been said and done, let us, God, be one who can look back over life and say, I spread love, and that love never failed. It is in your name we pray. Everybody say, amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the 40th Convocation and Whitecoat and Pinning Ceremony of Morehouse School of Medicine. We ask that the audience remain seated until the platform party and students have completely recessed the auditorium. Once they have, please join us back on the Morehouse School of Medicine campus for a reception in the National Center for Primary Care building and our pop-up shop on the lawn. Thank you for joining us today.